Hi, welcome to a video of my flea market finds for today, Saturday, April 15th, 2023. My first visit this year to the flea market. Well, I wasn't hoping for much, and I spent 4 hours and 40 minutes there. First purchase was something I needed, so that's perfect. This is a I don't know what to call that thing. It's got turf builder, where you put the seeds for your lawn, and you crank it while you drop it all over the lawn. We had major repairs done to the foundation of the house last year. This year I have no choice but to make something grow, because I have to rip out all this crabgrass. All these holes I made yesterday to remove some of it. I haven't finished yet because I will get to that. The tool I was using lost a bolt. I'll get to that in a second. So this thing was $5. So I said, perfect. I have one on wheels, but this might be more practical. It was $5. It was about a lane, maybe 2 rows of people. Some guy had a few records and a few albums full of 78s. They were not what was written on the albums. It was just random records, mostly garbage, except for one record. I went poker face, and then I said, how much are they? Is a buck okay? There's one I want. Sure. I took out the dollar. And it's only the second time I see this record. The first time I saw it was visiting someone in Australia in 2004. His father had this record. Now I found it. Let me see. I don't know if it might be out of focus. Perhaps here. So this 78 is made in England. Its diamonds are a girl's best friend by Marilyn Monroe. The other side is Bye Bye Baby. I couldn't believe it. So I got this for $1. And then at another table, this is coming back to the tool I was using to take the crabgrass out of the lawn, is a tool I bought last year. This is a picture of it. See, you have handles and going 2 sides like that, and you plant them. You plant that and you turn it and you twist it, and you can rip out that stupid crabgrass that grows horizontally. Well, yesterday it lost the bolt there, the screw lost a bolt, which is this one here. So I've asked the guy who had a table, who had a whole bunch of screws and bolts and stuff. Do you have a bolt for this? No, this is metric. How can you see that it's metric? Apparently it's the distance between each turn of these. So I said, do you have another screw that's about the same size with its bolt? He said, sure. And I found this. It's almost the same. And it said 50 cents. Perfect. I take out 2 quarters, and he gives me one back. Oh, I decided it's 25 cents. Perfect. So I saved a lot of time going to the hardware store, trying to find help, getting it, going in line, paying I probably would have had to buy a whole container of them. So got this for 25 cents. I'll fix my tool after this video. And another table, the guy had some books, and I started last year collecting Benoit Brisfire books. Par Peyo. This is the guy who created the Smurfs, les Schtroumpfs. And the book I found last year was Le Cirque Bodoni, number 5 here. And it started very childish, but then it turned into a very interesting story. So this is well written. So this has seen better days, but all the pages are there. It's a school book. From a school, you can see it was taken out. Wow, 2005. The card is anyway. So it was only $2. So oh yeah, I want to read that for $2. Sure, they're there. I never find these Benoit Brisfire books ever. And another table, a guy that I know had some of these. I loved Place des Museaux when I was a kid. There was a convenience store that had a whole basket full of these little books. I think they were 50 cents each, if I remember, or maybe even 25 cents. That was in the late 70s. I wanted Place des Museaux because I love Place. It's cute. Place des Museaux are cute. And back then I only found 3 numbers, 103, 104, and 105. Later, maybe in the 1990s or early 2000s, I found a whole shoebox full of them. I might already have this one, I don't know which one I have. And you have this one here, and this is, I thought it was drawn by Gottlieb, but it's by another artist based on Gottlieb's style, because I know it's Gottlieb who created Guy Bureau. First page I just open it really quickly. Boop, a big fat wolf here. I love the cartoon animals with a fat tummy. But so I got both for, they were $1 each, but I got them down to $1.50 for both. Then I spent, my goodness, it felt like 2 hours, an hour and a half, 2 hours. A guy had like over 1,000 records. Like, I don't know, a box maybe this, maybe a 1 foot deep box, and he had about 20 something boxes. Decided to check them out. They were $2 each, or 12 for $20. So to pay as little as possible, I had to take exactly 12 records that came to $1.67 each. So I found maybe 15 potential records, decided which 3 I would take out, and I kept exactly 12. This one I did not know if I needed or not, because my first copy was so-so, and I remember there was a lot of drawing on the cover, but the record was in great shape. It's Annabelle, or Hit La Moustache à Papa, so I decided to buy it. This is a compilation of Diane's Find. The thing is that this is a French pressing from France. The scratches are on the plastic, not on the cover. So it's a French pressing, good quality. This I don't know what. This decided to take it just because it's sealed. And this René Simard record in English also has a Beatles cover, and I love her. Since I collect kitsch Beatles covers, I decided to. I just realized it's produced by René Angelil. René Angelil, who was Céline Dion's husband. I did not know that. Oh, it's on London Records. That's interesting. Yeah. So, so a sealed record. Gary Lewis. I collect Gary Lewis records. I hope I don't already have this one. There's a hole at the bottom there, but the record is in great shape. So got this one, Gary Lewis. He had another one I did not have. The one with a crying clown on the cover, but it was in bad shape. And so that's the only Gary Lewis I got from the lot. This is a jazz record on Pablo label. Apparently it's a 55 live Stockholm recording. And you see the artists there: Oscar Peterson, Dizzy Gillespie, etc. The record is in great shape. Oh, 1974. Okay, I see. Yeah, so it was in great shape. I like soundtrack records of TV shows and movies that I don't see too often. Hogan's Heroes records in good shape. This is an interesting record I wanted to buy because although it's just instrumental music by Francis Knight, a soundtrack of Un Homme Libre, this is very cool. I have to look it up on Kijiji, and not Kijiji, what the heck am I saying, on this, on Google, on Wikipedia. Gotta check. I did not know he played in this movie, so that was interesting. The record is in good shape too. So Pete's Dragon, an upgrade copy because the copy I have has seen better days, and it has the fat dragons are cute. It has the inner sleeve. I don't think my other copy has the inner sleeve. I'm almost sure I don't have the inner sleeve already. No, it doesn't ring a bell. But I remember a photo, I wonder. Oh, okay, good. Yeah, I remember that photo, it's on the cover. So yes, I don't think I have the inner sleeve. This I had bought already, but for $10 in the past from a collector. But it was a sealed copy, that's why I paid $10 for it. But I didn't have a second copy to play or to check, so although there's a little dent in the cover here, I decided to take it. This is what you saw at the beginning. This particular an illustration and the animation of this movie was done by Richard Williams. If that name doesn't ring a bell yet, he's the guy who who directed all the animation in Who Framed Roger Rabbit and who designed Roger Rabbit himself. I'm an ex-Roger Rabbit collector. I got rid of my collection last year. So yeah, then sounds like Nolais, Pierre Nolais. It's an instrumental 60s pop jazz record. So I hope I don't already have it. I'm not sure anymore. This is so kitschy, I have to get it. Irwin, the Disco Duck. The record is in good shape, oops, except for the split at the bottom. Oh, trash as retriever. Okay, okay. Oh my god. Bunny Hop Disco. Okay. Still looks better than the duck on Rick Deese's record. And I've never seen this record in an affordable price, always expensive. This is a Christmas record. Noël dans le vent, avec les loups, les intimes et les chantettes. I'm not sure if they're French or French-Canadian. Being on a Fantastic label, I assume they're French-Canadian. I have to look them up. But, whoops, and the back has nothing to do with them. But it's Christmas songs by these three young men band, not jazz, what am I saying? Pop rock band. Yee Yee in French. Anyway, so in great shape. So, yep, I'm getting that for $1.67. So all of these for $20. And I enjoyed talking to the seller, talking to the other clients, checking the records with me, crate digging. It felt good to crate dig again. Then I went to another table, got this thick book, Fab, An Intimate Life of Paul McCartney by Howard Sounds. And yep, it was 5, managed to get it down to 4. Pretty thick book. So $4 for that, pretty good. And the same table had some comic books. I got this one, Petsy. Petsy is a bear that does all kinds of stupid, silly things. And in school they used to have these books, but since these are flimsy little books, they used to the library, actually, not necessarily the school library, but the public children library. Anyway. And the guy had 2 of them and decided to get one. I know I have some Petsy books somewhere in the basement, but this is the best one because it has all the... I like the penguin. I like how fat they are, and a nice round design. And of course there's some kangaroos and some penguins, a lot of penguins in the book. And he's sad because he doesn't recognize his friend out of the bunch. That's really funny. And, yeah. Penguins and kangaroos and silly things. It was $1 for that. And then I got a table where I was really pissed off because the records were $3 or 2 for $5, but they were all still freaking wet. So I got one of the first records I found was this Rolls Royce record, Rolls Royce 4, and there we go. Sorry about that. So the cover was a little bit damp inside, less damaged than the other records. The inner sleeve was wet, so I took it out, and there was a little bit of water on the record. I wiped it off with my finger, and this is the inner sleeve from another one of these records. I let it dry before I put the record back in, so it curved a bit, unfortunately. But yeah, I think then I remembered seeing it at $5 last year at the same table, same. And anyway, I got my Rolls Royce record, not a scratch on it, for $3. And then the last purchase at the flea market was this a bunch of clean records, but nothing special. And then Promenade en traîneau, Pit Lépine, son piano, son orgue et ses rythmes. So this is a second half of the 60s record, Christmas record. Like those are very lively and fun. Record is pristine condition. There's nothing on the back, oddly enough. And it was 2, managed to get it down to 1. Don't ask me how I did that. I'm getting very good at this. Yep, so I got all of this. So my favorite finds were at the flea market were the thing I needed, and the Marilyn Monroe souvenir for $1. Then I went to do groceries, and I usually don't show groceries, but this fits in my collection. I don't eat Rice Krispies. I don't eat anything with added sugar in it. But this was on special at $3.99. It's a vintage retro edition. So that looks like all good old times. So I decided to buy it just for the box. There we go. Thanks for watching.